Nancy Bracken and Dorothy Miller, they saw people living on the streets. They thought, we have to do something about it. So they set up the Interfaith Community Men's Shelter, which actually is a PADS program that rotates through different church basements each night.
We will offer them food twice. We'll offer them dinner and a small breakfast.
People fall into homelessness and they fall out. And it's not just people who have mental or addiction issues. It's people who, they pay child support, they lose their job, they don't have any income.
Some had poor paying jobs that didn't allow them to have a small apartment or a HUD apartment.
I was introduced to Interfaith 2 years ago. I worked for a retail outlet. They had gotten a letter from corporate saying they were going to have to lay a lot of employees off, and unfortunately I hadn't been there that long, so I was on the low man on the totem pole.
We're actually filling a void that is needed in the community. There is no emergency shelter for men and also for women.
But in order to progress forward in life, you had to have a base of operations. And for people living on the streets, you can't get things done. And that's why having a shelter is so important.
I knew my situation was going to be temporary. It's just a temporary thing. You know I cannot let this get me down.
They feel that they can come and talk to somebody, open up to somebody, and that person might be able to help them.
While I was in the program as a participant displaced, Salvation Army at the time had lost a couple of their staff members to work the overnight shelter. They came to me and asked me if I would mind working for them. I tell anybody, don't be afraid to take that step. If you feel the need that you need to reach out to Interfaith, please reach out, because it'll be one of the greatest moves you can make.
The constant struggle is the struggle to find volunteers who are willing to put in a few hours a week. And actually, the volunteers get a lot more out of it than they suspected when they started, because you have men who are relying on you, and now it's going to be men and women who are relying on you.
If I had to do it over again, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I have had so much fun. I have learned so much. This is for everybody. If you can only volunteer for one night a month, that's worth it.
It's all about giving back, you know, and that's why I feel anybody should volunteer. And donate. If you're able to donate, donate.
They could donate goods to us. We have a huge needs list of things that we normally purchase, things that you can probably find in your pantry at home. They could donate funds to us, of course.
The Community PADS program now has evolved, and Harrison's been great because he's getting us into a 501c3 position as a corporation so that we can take more donations.
I see the difference in the community. I feel there is a difference happening, and I feel there's going to be more of a difference happening as time goes on.
There's always going to be a need for an emergency shelter in the community, no matter if it's 30 people a night or if it's 4 people a night. We would love to have permanent sites for men and for women, move that into some type of transitional housing and such, but you know, we're going to put the cart in front of the horse here. Right now we're just dealing with an emergency situation.